will kick it off to get us underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The give on the option. That keeps the running game churning. Pick up a 5 to the 23. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room. Give these big...
Oh, he's got some space. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. The Longhorns come to the line in the hurry-up.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Got a man in the middle. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36. And the Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. He'll ride his man on the option. He's in open space downfield. Good pickup there. He gets enough for the 1st down.
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go pick up another 1st down, move the sticks, and this offense can keep churning.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Longhorns! Smokey the Cannon, not the only one using explosives around here, and it has electrified this Longhorn crowd.
I mean, coming out on point, coming out dissecting the defense, scoring early in front of this crowd. You know good and well, all these fans love their school. Texas has got so much pride. This gets them going early.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squiver inside the 30. They get him stopped, but he found a couple of cracks in that cover team and gets it out to the 43. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Corner's going to give them room. Snap to the back. He breaks a tackle. Getting closer and closer to midfield, out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 47.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's meant.
Breaks into the open. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
Gain of 20. And that's a 1st down for the offense.
Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Direct snap. Slithers into space. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He'll bring it out. It's Hawkins. I guess it could have been worse on that return. He goes out of bounds at the 15. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They'll try the run. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Longhorns racing to the line in the hurry-up.
That's a nice-looking catch on that play, and I know Texas is known for DBs, and they're known for having really good running backs. Not a lot of great receivers over the years. I'll tell you what, though, this guy has really showed up in this game. He's making plays, and I know they want to continue to build a legacy at this position here in this program.
Quarterback making adjustments. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Punch it out of the air. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. And the Longhorns are on the move.
For you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
Finds the tight end. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. The Longhorns in a good spot here with second and short. Motion from the wide receiver. They're looking to throw on second and short. Finds his tight end. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Gives it on the option. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard game.
Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And you will always remember your first. And how about that? Breaking on the football, getting an INT, the first INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many big-time plays for this guy.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Can't get him to the ground. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That.
Turning it on. Got the first down and more. They finally make the stop, but the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play. After that tight first quarter, this second period ought to be a lot of fun. First play of the period, first down here. Back has it. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound, no matter who gets the football. We're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw on him.
DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. Going to take a shot at this DB. Makes the grab on the left side. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
And he shows you the arm right there, but I tell you what, I've been impressed with this young man and his ability to do both. Rush, throw, lead a team, put up huge numbers in the top 10 in total TDs, running and passing. And this dude very much in the Heisman race. He's had a great season. He can do a little bit of everything.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. Snap to the back. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat.
I like offenses being creative. I I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel.
Intercepted. Just even a Heisman Trophy contender can have a miscue. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Going the other way, and he's got room. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one.
What a nice run there. And I tell you, Texas has always been a place where there have been outstanding running backs. This guy is the next in line. He's got vision, he's got speed, he's got power. It always seems like it takes multiple defenders to bring him down. Huge weapon in this offense.
Off the RPO, complete. Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now on first down from the 40. Wants to adjust the pattern. Give to the running back. On the move to the 30. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. He's now up to 58 yards rushing for this game and on his way to 1,400 for the year. The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Good timing on the quick out. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after they catch. And if this quarterback...
Oh, they blocked the extra point. He's got it, and he can go with it. Crosses midfield. He's at the 30. The 10. He takes it all the way back for the defensive two-point conversion.
How about the job by this field goal blocking? They didn't take the play off. They get penetration, get their hands in the air. You never know what's going to happen. It takes a good bounce. Next thing you know, you're scooping it up. You're taking it the other way and putting 2 points on the scoreboard.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Finally stopped after a solid return out to the 32. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
The quarterback's a little more on target there. Maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
I'll tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away. Makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Couldn't quite... Huge play on that one, but he goes out of bounds at the 37.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Direct snap. They forced ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Back has it. Got room to work. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule. It makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
They might go back to that one in a big spot as they pick up the first down out of the Wildcat. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Snap to the back.
And after having a nice game like that on first down, for the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on second down, on third, you won't have that long to go.
Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Direct snap. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. Back has it. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Here comes the Wildcat. Watch out here. Snap to the back. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
A really nice job on their final drive of the first half, David. Calm, cool, collected. They had balance, excellent execution. They're going to take a lead in here at halftime.
It's so much easier to go into half with that positive momentum, that positive juice. Now we can point to what we just did. Great job taking the lead. Now you go make your halftime adjustments.
Gets it all the way out to the 33 before he stops. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Gives it on the option. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Makes it past the marker. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Running to Green. Smashes through the tackle. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3 spot on the board. From 56 yards out, what a power leg. Never a doubt about that. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. About to kick it away again as we are tied up in the third quarter. He'll start the return inside his 5. He gets a block. He found some really good running room on that one and just about got loose. As it is, good return to set up the drive. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
The give to the back. They stop him right at the 40-yard line. It's 4th down. Will they bring out the punt team? Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Buckeyes line up to punt it away. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. On the option. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play. He's got 98 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. Now the pitch. Across the 45. Shoved out of bounds after a big game. They'll mark it at the +42.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Might be calling a hot route. They've been running it, but down the pass. Finds a soft spot in the middle. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. You can grab, but you can't hold on. A defensive holding penalty will give this offense a first down. Free yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. The give to the back. Past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Wants to go up top on first down. Hauls it in. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And the Longhorns with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. In the red area, it's Hawkins. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down.
You know, they went QB designed run, but there just was nowhere for the quarterback to go. Couldn't go outside, and there was just way too many bodies on the inside for him to get anything positive. They lose a yard.
They're not into 3s. They want 6s, and to keep this drive alive, they'll got enough space. Touchdown!
their job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A lot of interest in this Pac-12 showdown today, so let's catch you up to speed on things. Pittsburgh is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Dan Marino, this might not be over just yet. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Penn State. We'll keep you posted on things in this game that's sure to shake things up in the Pac-12. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Looking left. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, I like the idea by the offensive play caller here. You're trying to get aggressive. You're trying to find a chunk play, but that time, QB and receiver can't hook up.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? These corners going to give these receivers some space. And back to the air on second down. He tries to take the top off. Snatches it on the right. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Ohio State. Looking for the tie with the extra point.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And you don't always see tosses into the boundary. Most people want to go to the wide side of the field. Defense was ready. Not as much space when you go wide out there, but more importantly, the defense doing a great job winning, setting the edge, running to the football, shutting the toss down.
Back to pass. Moving out of the pocket. Rolling, throwing, looking right. He's got it on the outside. Ripped off a huge shot play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
His defense giving up ground, and he's finally knocked down at the 26. He's now over 150 yards on the ground, and you start putting yourself in that ethereal company of great Longhorn running backs.
Yeah, there's so many of them that we could go back, and Cedric Benson and Ricky Williams and just recently Bijan Robinson. Man, they find highly talented dudes. Just guys that you know when you hand them the ball, good things are going to happen.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
The Longhorns now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Going to swing it on second down. Using the quick game. Touchdown, Texas! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety, you get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together, great job executing, great job getting a touchdown.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Nice return there, and he'll be dragged down at the 34. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Took a shot as he threw.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Got it set up on the outside. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down.
Gain of 11. And that's a first down for the offense.
Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. This defense will try to keep everything in front. Direct snap. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Back has it. Look out, he's got room. They found a little running room out of the Wildcat, still short of the first down marker. They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Rides it and reads it. Creates a little room. Still running at the 35. Right down the middle. Touchdown, Buckeyes! He ran through tackles like water through a sieve.
And how about it? They change up the option look, run the option, but the receiver is the pitch man. And when he gets it, he does what he does best. Turn the afterburners on and takes it to the house.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Bermudez. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Texas offense. Rides the back on the option to give. Fights off the defender. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
Here's the handoff. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. So you get stuffed on first down. You had an idea of what you wanted to do on second, but I'm guessing it's back to the drawing board now.
Yeah, you got to figure out who you are and what you are. What's your next best?
There he goes. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
And the Longhorns getting set on 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short drive.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Snakes it over the middle. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Sends it back in motion. He wants to change this route. Looking to fire. Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. And you don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong, but sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
They love to make this kick easier by picking up a few on third down. It's 56 yards out from here. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game. Looking for more room. He's at the touchdown, Ohio State. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick six.
And at this juncture of the game, one play is going to make the difference. It's going to be a momentum-changing play. Who's going to come up with it that time, Pollock? It's the pick six to break the tie.
And the defense, you're thinking, get a stop, get a stop. This is late in the fourth quarter. This is how we're going to get a win. Our offense is going to go down the field. No. They get the turnover, they force it, and they get to the end zone to create the massive game-changing play.
So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
The Longhorns are in the hurry-up. Pulls and fires complete to the right. Runs through a tackle. Made a defender miss. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They've pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's second down.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Makes the catch. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And with that one, he's now over 3 bills for the game.
And there's 2 reasons why, Reese. He's made good decisions, and he's been accurate throwing the football all game long.
Plows through the defense. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle. But they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
He had that one slip to the ground, and if he had held on, that might have been a wrap. Instead, it'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On third and long, he has to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
And now with that play, for this offense, it's got to have it time. Now, I'm going for it on fourth down. Obviously, a field goal does nothing. But I got 3 timeouts, and that is a good thing. Because I have those in my pocket, I can attack the whole field. I just got to focus in on the yardage to get this fourth down and move the sticks.
Fourth down, got to have it here. Unleashes to the end zone. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
And this offense does not come up big. Man, you needed that first down. And listen, the communication with this offense and the execution has left a little bit to be desired, and especially in a big moment right here when you had to have a score and you had to have the fourth down conversion.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Got the first down, looking for more. Oh, he's got some space. The 30, running inside the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Buckeyes! That ought to be enough to make this lead insurmountable, and with it, they'll be a perfect 10-0.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
He'll bring it out. It's Hawkins. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Here's a heat. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. The Longhorns have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Using his legs to buy some time. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
To the air on first down. Here comes the heat. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
And the defense is smelling blood in the water at this juncture. They know the offense is going to throw it, and that's why you see these D linemen and linebackers, man, they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback, and the hit that time helped force the incompletion.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Now he's going to break the pocket. He's taking a deep shot. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left. And the Longhorns will line it up on 1st and 10. There's the pressure. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. They get the timeout called. 11 seconds remaining to play. The Longhorns with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air on 2nd down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Hurtado. And tackled there by the defense.